That's why.
What's your guess? What he's gonna do?
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Tony. It's Mike. It's Barnes. It's Renee off camera. What's going on?
Not much, dude. Enjoying it. It's getting colder out, as you can see on your camera. A little bundled up today, dude.
You know what it feels like? It feels like it's time for postseason baseball.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yes, definitely.
Let's start. Let's get right to it. The world of Major League Baseball.
Giving chase at Judge, and he dives into the stand.
DeGrom begins the season with an overpowering strikeout of Ronald Acuna.
The wall, it's gone! Three-run home run! What's going on here? I love it. He drives one to the moon. High, deep, and very gone.
Let's go, Brandon.
I feel like this.
What's up, Brandon?
If this was Mad Dog right now, it'd say, and Brandon says hello. Brandon, how's it going? But we got to start actually with some breaking news, Michael. The Mets have announced they are moving on from manager Luis Rojas, declining his option for the 2022 season. Instant reaction, Tony. What do you have?
I guess I kind of saw it coming, honestly. Like, let's be realistic here. Although Rojas is a good guy, he's definitely smart. He knows baseball. Not the best manager. I think we kind of saw that this season, especially. Definitely kind of filled in the role where we needed him to be, I guess, for the time, But yeah, moving on, I guess, is kind of the good move, dude.
Yeah, I think so. And it's just funny how quick, because a lot of people were giving him praise early in the year. They're doing well, but I think, they had no other way to go. So that just came across a few minutes ago. But obviously, like we always do, the Yankees, Tony. It's all about. You're not going to finish this up?
Oh, the Yankees?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, dude.
So yesterday, basically, it was a win, you're in situation. And talk about sweating it out. Wasn't easy, wasn't pretty, but the Yankees walk it off into the AL wildcard game, defeating Tampa 1-0 on an Aaron Judge single. Tyler Wade sliding headfirst into home plate, narrowly beating the throw. So obviously one of those games, like it was fitting that this would be the final game of the regular season. Lack of offense. Mm-hmm. I think there was one hit up until the ninth inning, I believe. And you look at pitching wise, they went with Tyone, which is a surprise. Mm-hmm. We were saying we thought he was out for the year, but gives them 3 1/3 scoreless. And then they go to the bullpen. Peralta, Holmes, Green, Loaizaga, and Chapman, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 Ks. So really, this pitching staff, it's amazing to think. I think they finished 6th overall in ERA. What their record would have been without this pitching staff this year.
Oh my God, I know, dude. It's honestly like a breath of fresh air, honestly, especially when you get a starting pitcher who's only giving you, going to the 3rd inning, 4th inning, right? the bullpen you have to rely on heavily. And, they did. They kind of rise to the challenge here.
Yeah. So as you can imagine, I was getting a little nervous, but I just felt like it was like, come on. Like, they've gotten this far. They've gone through. Somehow they're going to find a way, even though they look so bad. Mm-hmm. I just know they're going to find a way. And it was nice, too, because Judge, first career walk-off hit. He had the walk-off walk earlier this season. So they mobbed him. And how about Tyler Wade? He pinch ran after Odor singled. 17th run scored as a pinch runner, leading the major leagues this year. He's really carved out a role for this team.
Yeah, it's honestly no surprise to me. You think of Wade, he's a good utility player, and he's incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Arguably the best base running skills on the team, which I guess doesn't really say a lot. But regardless, he is a great pinch runner.
Yeah, and I was excited. I was like, okay, we're winning. The Red Sox are down 5-1 in like the 6th inning. The game's going to be at Yankee Stadium. And what do you know? They end up tying it up, and then Rafael Devers in the top of the 9th homers, and they end up defeating the Washington Nationals. So Yankees, Red Sox, 8 o'clock at Fenway tomorrow, ESPN, and we get Garrett Cole. And, before this game, we were saying, it's going to be Chris Sale, but surprisingly, the Red Sox started him yesterday. So it's actually going to be Nathan Avaldi versus Garrett Cole. And I believe, was that a rematch of the game on Friday?
Yeah, I believe so. And Avaldi got a little banged up.
Up after having success against the Yankees earlier in the season.
Car's cool.
Car's cool. Hot. Appreciate it.
You guys didn't address Brandon.
Finally,
the Mets scored a big win by firing Rojas.
That's a good move, but that's just the beginning.
I know. We'll kind of see who they'll bring in,
Exactly.
Oh,
I think it played to the Yankees' favor, that they don't have to see Sale. They see Avaldi. They just beat him up in Fenway. And for some reason this year, I don't know if you've noticed this, it seems like they actually play better on the road. Like the record is almost the same, but just offensively, for whatever reason, they exploded in Boston. But so many times at the stadium, it's like they're just putting up 2 runs, 1 run, which it was always the opposite.
Yeah, no, that is kind of. Why do you think that is?
I guess pressure. The fans were in the stands last year. They're now, and it's like, I'm just gonna try to hit a homer every time because my field is so short.
Yeah, I guess.
So I could kind of see that. But kind of interesting here. Car's cool. He usually doesn't have time. Of course,
he loves it.
We remember.
I know.
Living legends.
I feel like you've stopped by enough, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You try your hardest, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. And I'm sure you and Prefer talk about the show over dinner time to time.
Yeah.
But so a little bit of a decision to be made here. So before actually the game yesterday, DJ LeMahieu, who had missed the last couple of games, they placed him on the IL with a sports hernia, not eligible to return till a potential ALCS. So really, and then Gio Urshela made a diving catch into the dugout.
Dude, that was scary. Good for him for making that catch.
Stayed in the game, and then we saw when he grounded out later in the game, it's kind of gimpy. They haven't announced that there's any type of injury. Sure, he's banged up, but let's assume he plays. You got LeMahieu out, so I think is it Odor at third? Personally, I want to say I'd like to see Velasquez at short, Urshela at third, because I want Wade available as that pinch runner late. Honestly.
Definitely, dude. And honestly, I think Velasquez has his due, honestly. Put him at short, dude. Let's do it.
Exactly. And in Odor, I'm not confident at third base.
No, all season. In
a win or go home game.
Come on, dude.
You can't have that.
No.
And it's funny, and I had talked about this with you guys, last week, expecting this game to be Yankee Stadium, of course, it's at Fenway. Decided to bite the bullet, get the tickets. First trip to Fenway since 1998. Gonna be there tomorrow, Tony.
No shit. First since 98?
Yes, Mo Vaughn. So it's been a while. Bleacher seats. And hey, if anybody needs a couple extra seats, let me know. Got a couple in the bleachers, pretty good seats. So, could get you a good deal. So Car's cool. Maybe you want to, catch a playoff game. Why not? Right? Michael?
We'll talk about it.
So really, looking forward to that. I think it'll be fun.
Car's cool. Appreciate
anything,
the love,
Tony, you'd recommend for me while I'm there, like a pregame spot or?
Oh fuck! What was the name of that bar I went to? Game
Is this
On.
in Uncle Richie? Game On. You're saying it's at Mohegan.
Game On's the way to go, dude.
Before the game.
No, after the game, definitely.
Before, I got a spot for you.
Where?
It's in left field. Get there a little early. You know what I mean? Take it in, kind of.
The Monster?
Wow, dude.
It's underneath it, basically, and you get you have a bar experience. You get to see the field and everything. You can see the players warming up right there in front of you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not too excited.
No, I guess I'm more confused about what you mean, Michael, honestly.
Well, honestly, I feel like any place before the game that's around Fenway is probably going to be good. I mean, I would say I went to this place like outside of Boston for a lobster before the game. Not really.
Okay, because I think the hotel, I want to say, is about a 30-minute walk, like a little under 2 miles.
You're walking it, dude?
Well, they said, and I don't know if you saw this when you were there, but the traffic on game days, and I can only imagine for a Yankee Red Sox playoff game, but it's awful.
Yeah.
So that it'll probably take just as long to take an Uber there.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was there, we Ubered from the restaurant to Fenway. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It dropped off a little bit, like maybe 2 blocks away,
Right,
and you just
and then
walk
walk.
that.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible, but I would say in Fenway, dude, hot dogs. Don't go for the foot long. Go for the regular hot dog.
But what else do they have to offer, Tony? I mean, a hot dog, I'll have a hot dog, but anything like more premium at the stadium?
What are you talking about?
They
dude?
got to have a good sausage there, no?
I'm sure, dude. But
I feel like I would rather have sausage and peppers than a dog. No? Like you don't?
no.
You don't like sausage and peppers?
I love sausage and peppers, but when you're at a game, dude, just dog beer,
like the sausage and peppers, maybe a little chili. I had it at Citi Field. I think I was talking to you about this. I thought
Yeah.
it was very good.
the chili is bomb, dude.
Right.
So is sausage and peppers at City Field too.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I would just recommend old school hot dog beer. They have Oktoberfest there right now. Sam Adams, delicious. You can always go Miller or Bud if you want as well. And there's bars all over the place with hard alcohol and stuff. Again, though, I would say, like I said, when I went, the lines for food and alcohol were always separate,
Okay.
which is trash.
And
But,
I mean, playoff game, you want to get good seats, but of course, I'm sure like my friend's gonna be like, oh, like I want to like go places, but I feel like at least an hour and a half, like at the gate early. Would you say or no?
Standing?
Yeah. No. To
get in?
To get in, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I mean, again, when I was there, like obviously it was
Oh, but
Red Sox.
Did you get there later? No, or you were there right before?
I was there like an hour before first pitch.
Oh, you were okay. You
Yeah.
thought that was plenty of
We
time?
got in right away, almost like really no issues at all. If we're honest, I want to see the studio setup. I mean, we can, dude. See the studio setup. Car's cool. Wants a studio setup. Yes. But yeah, dude, I mean, dude, you have a good time regardless. Thankfully, when I was there was a lot of Yankee fans.
Right.
So I would imagine kind of the similar
Oh,
setup for you,
Tony. All we've had to go through this year as Yankee fans, I already saw John Jastrzemski, who used to be on The Fan, now on The Ringer with Bill Simmons. He's going to be there. I'm sure Talking Yanks is going to be there. And I'm sure ours truly, Nick Turturro, is going to be at the game. So there is going to be a lot of big Yankee fans at the game.
Car's cool.
That sounds like a good idea. We can do that.
dude.
We
Just
can
a
do that.
Tour on
We
the
can do that.
YouTube channel. Michael do it. Actually,
I'll do it. I'll give you a personal tour.
Personal tour.
Absolutely.
A PT.
But all in all, Tony, I think, it worked out well.
Team of destiny.
They
we'll
get
see.
in, they're playing the Red Sox.
Right.
I honestly think that was their best match. I mean, I guess maybe the Mariners, you could say, but they've been hot. I
Yeah.
just feel like it's crazy to say they're not in the playoffs. I think the Blue Jays easily could have won the World Series.
Yeah, I know, dude. They were my choice. I'm really tight about the whole thing.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest, dude.
Oh yeah. You know who mine was?
Mets Yankees.
Well, you know who I have winning the World Series?
The Yankees.
Correct. Who's still in?
The Yankees.
Thank you very much, Barnes.
And you know what's crazy? It was like a stat that seemed like there wasn't much like detail to it, but Marley Rivera, who works for ESPN, tweeted out that I guess the Yankees have never entered the month of September in playoff position and then missed the playoffs.
Really?
Ever. Isn't that like, I mean, they've been around.
Think about
100
that.
years.
Yeah. What's the Mets statistic on that? Barnes organic.
Come on, Tony. Come on.
Nothing, Tony?
No, I'm just excited to watch the Red Sox beat the Yankees in the wild card game here. It's a big
But
game,
not out of spite, Tony. Like that's actually what you think. Like this isn't. You're not putting on a show right now. Like
putting on a show. No, it is out of spite for Yankee fans.
oh man. I mean, dude, I got 2 extra seats. You and Michael. I mean,
That's what
We're
I
gonna
was
talk
saying,
about it. We're
dude.
gonna talk about it.
all right. We'll talk about it.
Talk about it.
So I mean, all in all, I mean, I think it's going to be an event, and it's like, I think it's not an easy matchup, but at the same time, I just think
Good
not
commercial.
facing Sale.
Good commercial.
Great commercial.
I think,
Kind of annoying.
I think kind of like, I don't know. I think they have a clear advantage, especially because Cole has had a couple ho-hum
Right.
starts. I don't know.
I think he's like, you know what Cole reminds me of? Well, I can't talk baseball, Tony.
No,
go ahead.
I was just gathering my thoughts.
Cole reminds me of like LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Regular season,
Right.
I'm over it. Get me to the playoffs.
I don't know, dude.
Up.
Yes.
I don't think so.
And I just think too, like, let's say as me and Michael expect here, Yankees get through here, face the Rays. And I think as difficult a time they had this weekend with them, I think that almost helps them because they know what they did wrong, what approach they need to have. And I think that sets them up good. The only negative is that Cole's only going to be able to most likely make one start the series. And
I don't know if that's really negative, dude, honestly.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like, you talk about him maybe being pumped for the playoffs, but I got to think about the last game he pitched against the Blue Jays, dude. That pretty much was a playoff game for the Yankees, if you really think about it. Because, if they took 2 out of 3 or whatever, if he won that game, it would have been almost solidified, right? And he came in with a clunker, dude.
Yeah, but then we saw some other big games this year. Obviously the Astro game comes to mind.
Yeah, that's more of a personal thing, though.
Personal. But I don't know. And I think, too, he felt like he was cruising last time out at Fenway. And he had that 1 home run, maybe. Yeah. I just expect him to perform. But I'm kind of interested to think, what do you think is a better option for them, game 1 of this series? Nestor Cortez or going bullpen game and starting Luis Severino, should they get into the ALDS?
No, I would say starting Nestor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short lease though, just because
Yeah, I guess depending on how he's pitching, maybe have an idea of what type of pitch count you want him to cap off at, and maybe see how he's pitching. Like I said,
this is gonna be the craziest. Like I said, if they get into this ALDS, how they're gonna piece together the pitching rotation, because it seems like Tyone, I don't know if he can go a long time. It's
Kluber,
Kluber, and then Montgomery got shelled. They're gonna really wing this, I think.
I know. The only good thing they really have going for them, honestly, is the way their bullpen has been pitching.
Right, exactly. And then obviously, what would be great for them, Cole goes 7-8 innings. They barely have to use the pen. And they're ready, and they might even go bullpen game one at that point.
Yeah, ideally, but
so I am excited. Obviously, it would have been nice to win the division, but hey, the wild card game. We've been here before. 2-1 in the 3 wild card games they've played in. So they'll look their first road wild card in franchise history.
Wow.
So they will look to pick up a W tomorrow, Tony. So that's all I got. I'm pumped. I'm confident. And I can't wait to go to Fenway. And I hope you're there.
I hope I'm there as well, dude. It'd be pretty dope. I hope you stay there the whole game.
Why wouldn't I stay there?
Kicked out.
Kicked out. Oh, my God. I'm kind of actually I don't know if there's a quick way to send this, Michael. And if honestly, we could just save it for another time if there is. But video of me at the Yankee game in 2017. Love to have our viewers be able to see that. I don't know if there's any way.
Do you have footage?
Where is it?
I have a video on my phone.
Send it to me. Airdrop it to me right now.
Airdrop it? Okay.
Airdrop it. Love the airdrop.
And while I'm looking to airdrop this, Tony, I'd like you to I know we talked about Rojas here, but just, Mets, they get shot out yesterday, end of the year, 77-85, 11 and a half games back in the NL East. Just tell me, just sum it up for me.
Sum it
Cars,
up
why can't you the sub?
What?
Keep going. I'm talking to Cars.
Pretty much, dude. I don't know. I guess obviously ending the season like that isn't ideal, getting shut out 5-0, but pretty much summed up the whole season. Lack of offense. Am I a broken record, for God's sakes? Getting Syndergaard in there, though, is good. Syndergaard so far wants to stay with the Mets, which honestly is really good, dude. Because
said that?
He did. He literally said that.
Post game?
Yeah, post game. Which is great because he's been throwing some heat, dude. He's got location right now. Obviously, hasn't really pitched a lot this season at all. But I think kind of having that tool, hopefully, whether he's going to be a starter or even implemented into the bullpen, is going to be phenomenal. Because when you think about it, how many pitchers are we going to keep? Especially at this point, DeGrom kind of has a question mark over his head. Because he's injured. Yeah, he's going to be fine. But it's like they really don't know what was wrong with him in the first place, really. He had kind of 3 separate injuries that they kind of danced around. They used him a lot, obviously. You talk about him using his fastball predominantly. That may start to cause more issues coming to the next season. And he's supposed to be your ace, dude.
Just sent it over, Michael. I don't know if you.
My phone?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, sick.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. So that's are you most excited that you're really what he could be? You think he could almost turn into what DeGrom has become?
Syndergaard?
Yeah, the ceiling is.
I think so, dude. I think the ceiling is pretty high for him. It's going to depend a lot on how healthy he stays for sure. But he said he feels good. And he's like I said, he's looking forward to playing with the Mets next season, and pitching even more, which is great, dude.
Yeah. What else do you have your eyes on in terms of moves? What are you hoping to see? Anything kind of out there that hasn't been talked about?
I mean, I guess not really hasn't been talked about. I mean, I would really enjoy getting like kind of solidifying our third base, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we have Villar predominantly playing third base for us, Guillorme in there sometimes, but it's like, I don't know, Villar's getting older now. He's definitely losing a step or two in terms of his speed, his reactions. You know, we've seen him get thrown out a lot this season on the bases. And then again, you know, the lack of offense around the lineup is definitely a big issue.
Right.
You know, regardless of how good your pitchers are going to be, you know, other teams are going to score on you. And if you can't get those support runs in, like, what is it all worth?
Yeah,
You know?
you're right. And you know what's interesting, and we haven't really talked about this. I kind of had this thought, especially, you know, as long as the DH is put into place, you know, you put Alonso there. You were saying he doesn't want to play there?
He wants to play the field, which
Okay.
I mean, I can see what he's saying. He's definitely improved a lot at first base, but he really isn't, you know, the best first baseman. So it's like, I mean, dude, like, I mean, at that point, you kind of have to be like, oh, like, I just got to do what's best for the team, you know? Like, if they want me at DH, I'll happily play DH. But of course, be like, yeah, like, I want to play the field, like I'm a first baseman, whatever. Say that, but don't be like, I'm not going to play DH. Like,
it's almost like maybe he's better than him, but it reminds me of almost Voit. It's like he's better hitting. He's just better not being in the field. And I'm thinking bold here. I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Big name. He's going to be a free agent. You know what I'm thinking for the Mets?
No.
In the division, Tony, come on. He's going to be a free agent this offseason. You really don't know?
In the NL East.
Yeah.
Is Zimmerman?
Freddie Freeman.
He's going to be a free agent next
Yes.
year? Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, dude. Tell me how perfect that would be. I almost would like the Yankees get him, but I'll take Rizzo. Seems like he fits in well with the clubhouse. But
I love Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players.
I think it's a better move bringing in Freeman than it is, you know.
I could imagine the Braves would do that, though.
Well, I mean, I think it's just a matter. Are they going to give him $300 million? And I don't know if you want another $300 million player, but I think I'd rather have him than Francisco Lindor.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I know you're not going to get
what are they
rid of
get? Yeah,
Lindor.
we're going to get rid
I
of Lindor. No way, dude.
That.
I mean, that would be dope, dude. But I think I don't know. I feel like the Braves would want to keep him. No.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying I could see Cohen, you know, wanting
making a push for him.
Them, yeah.
That would be a huge move for Cohen in terms of, you know, getting his popularity up.
Like, tell me that's not better to do that than bring back Baez, honestly.
Yeah, I would honestly, if you just did both, that'd be dope.
Yeah, like just do it.
Just do it. Just spend the fucking money.
And I it'll be interesting to see too if like Max Scherzer, you know, if he opens up his destination, you know, he's very like, oh, I just want to go to the West Coast. But like we've seen with guys like Sabathia, you know, ends up with the Yankees, say, I only want to be on the West Coast. Like if the Mets or the Yankees end up being in play for him this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty sweet, I guess. I would imagine he's kind of enjoying his time with the Dodgers, though.
Right. But it's like they can't pay everybody.
Can't they?
Well, I mean, I guess we'll see. But just get a lot of storylines to keep an eye on.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Scherzer and Freeman to the Mets.
Yeah. Dude.
I kind of like that.
You're kind of riled now.
Yeah, I am pretty riled about it. I hope it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you put that in my head.
So will be interesting to see.
Chris Bryant, third base.
Yeah. Yeah, but like West Coast Giants, especially if they, you know, end up going to the World Series or whatnot. You have a little time for some football, or you gotta go.
I kind of gotta go.
No, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
That's why I was just checking with you.
Dentist.
But before we bid farewell to you, Tony, anything else you want to add here?
Mets winning the World Series next season.
Oh God.
Oh man, that's organic. That really is. You know, comedy,
it's coming from me first here, dude. They're gonna win next season. Cohen's gonna go off with the acquisitions in the offseason.
Yeah,
just like last year.
Lindor is gonna step up big time next year. Tired of not being good,
just like this season.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying this.
No, but that's what they were saying last year. Remember, Barnes, in the beginning of the season?
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's the same thing they were saying last year.
First time owner Cohen, all right, learned a lot this season, made mistakes, learn from them, spend the money, do what I say, and then that's pretty much it, dude.
So what's your confidence level of, you know, this World Series? If you had to put a percentage on it.
Like right now?
Yeah. No, but like saying, okay, I know they're gonna kill the offseason, like having that mindset with, you know, confidence in a World Series title.
If they kill the offseason?
Yeah.
88%.
Oh man. I mean, Tony, I mean, I guess you're right. It is a new owner, but I think honestly, a manager is important because I think we've seen
Right.
Boone make some terrible decisions
Mhm.
this year. Obviously, Rojas and I can't, it doesn't come to mind right now, but I know there's been some other managers as well that haven't really, and it's like, Charlie Montoya, is he the right guy to get to the Blue Jays back to the playoffs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'd like to see someone who like a veteran manager honestly come in for the Mets.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
just kind of what you need, dude.
Yeah.
Billy
Yeah.
Bean comes in at GM. That'd be cool.
Big on Bean.
I'm just in terms of, I don't know. I mean, obviously you talk about someone who has experience.
Right.
I'm talking about someone who, is obviously kind of a big name in baseball, I would say, especially at this point, I think he just brings a good amount to the table.
I feel like bring him Minaya. Bring him back.
Honestly, I'm interested. Doesn't Mike Piazza manage a team somewhere in like Japan
Really?
or something?
Or Italy, probably.
Italy. Yeah, it's Italy.
Piazza as manager. I just feel like Wright has to be the manager. I don't know.
I wonder, honestly, I'm sure he would enjoy. I wonder what he's up to. You really don't hear anything about him, dude.
Yeah.
Slaying
But
low.
also then would he have already been mentioned? Because how many years has it been now?
since he hasn't been playing?
Yeah.
17? 19? 19.
19. So this is the second
3.
year.
Well, 1
Or
or 2.
he retired in 18 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe. I mean, I think that would be a home run, honestly. Maybe Pedro as pitching coach.
That'd be pretty cool.
Tight. Didn't do as well as you'd hope. Santana, no hitter, only in franchise history.
Good point, dude.
Yeah. John Franco.
John Franco?
Benitez, bullpen coach.
Oh.
Could be. Yeah. So I guess
All right,
it's enjoy the dentist sport.
I'm gonna try, dude. If you don't hear from me, you know what happened.
Yeah. And then just call me when you get to Fenway tomorrow.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
dude. Sounds good, bro.
Prefer, greetings from Florida Yankees and Red Sox tomorrow, 8 p.m. ESPN.
Yes.
Their bullpen,
prefer-
I think, is gonna what's
look for me
what the
in the
Yankees want.
crowd, outfield bleachers, right field. Just so you know, prefer.
And we're going to go to the world of the
National Football League.
And Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Do not stand up with that man and let him just throw you out of the club. On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And we're back for some NFL talk, folks. It's your boy, Main Magic Mike, here with Brian Barnaby.
I mean, Michael, I have to say, first 3 weeks, pretty discouraging. And, of course, yesterday, season on the line for the Yankees. Focus was more there, but did tune into some of the Jets game. And I have to say, pleasantly surprised, 27-24, final in overtime. We finally saw our guy, our face of the franchise, Zach Wilson, step up, have a huge game, 3 yards short of his first career 300-yard passing game. I mean, how impressed were you about this?
We've been waiting for it. This is what they've been talking about. It's here. And, I just feel like he's only going to get better, dude. Don't you see that with him? Like,
Oh, yeah.
the more comfortable he gets, the better it's going to be for him. And the better we're going to, dude, finally, for the next, hopefully, 10, 15 years, we'll have an offensive team. Right now I know it's still defensive minded because he's so young and getting adjusted. But once he's that elite, you can't have a no-fly zone type of offense. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm excited. Finally.
And I think, too, so they win this game yesterday. He has his 2 touchdowns and gets Corey Davis involved, which is welcomed. And I knew Corey Davis, against his old team, 4 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. I knew he was in a revenge spot, team that drafted him, doesn't offer him a contract in free agency. But I think they have a really good connection already. And then Jamison Crowder makes his season debut. He had 7 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. I think Crowder, a veteran receiver, working with Wilson, I think that's going to be huge for him.
I agree. Car's cool. We are, after this, actually, I'm going to go deep dive into customizing the whole Twitch channel, making it super awesome. And then also our thoughts on Urban Meyer's mingling with a young woman who is not his wife.
Did
you hear about that?
I did not. So it's hard to comment on something I have not heard of. Michael?
Shouldn't cheat. That's all. You shouldn't cheat if you're married.
Exactly.
But back to your question. What was it again? I'm sorry.
No,
Brian,
I just think that Crowder is going to play dividends this year.
Dude, I mean, he's our vet, on offense at this point, which is crazy to say because he's like he was young. I feel like he just got to the Jets. You know, we've known him for so long, but there were so many wasted years. But yeah, I think this is going to be big for him.
And he just like, I feel like he's not to their level, but just the type of player he is. He reminds me of like Wes Welker and Cooper Kupp, but just not like, to Cooper Kupp's level, but almost kind of like Welker when he first started coming on the scene. It just crossing routes over the middle into the slot. So, with them going, and then we get Elijah Moore, we'll be in pretty good shape. And I would like to see, if they maybe get a tight end around the trade deadline. I wish they got Howard, but now with Gronk banged up, I feel like that's probably not going to happen. And how about the start to Quinnen Williams is off to this year, 3.5 sacks through the first 4 games.
I mean, let's go. He's trying to be our captain on defense, it looks like, going forward.
Yeah, exactly. And I was a little nervous too because, we had a bad experience with Leonard Williams, Quentin Coples in the past, maybe a bust. And I think he was like arrested at the airport, right, with the gun and all that. So, his career wasn't off to the best start. Obviously, team not having success. He's been great. And then so you combine him with CJ Mosley. I mean, talk about a veteran presence.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, how radio, people overreact. They're saying like last week, night before this game, oh, Mosley definitely by the trade deadline. They're definitely going to trade him. It's like, why?
I know.
Why don't you want to get the value around these younger guys? And I just think, he's not even old. Let him grow with this team.
I agree, dude. I mean, he's proving it right now. You know what I mean?
And
we will have a mustache emote.
Yeah, we definitely will. So all in all, a great game. And, obviously it would have been nice if they just had punched it in there late in overtime, but instead they kicked the field goal, Titans get the ball back. But at the same time, it was nice to see defense, step up, hold them to a field goal try.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like we might have a tie here.
Mm-hmm.
But Bullock, the former Jet, misses a 49-yard field goal in overtime, seals the win for the Jets, and the Jets get their first win of the season.
Tied for second in the AFC.
Same record as the Patriots. We'll get into that.
Yep.
And then they head to London to play the Atlanta Falcons in a game.
Winnable.
Exactly. Winnable. Falcons, not a great defense.
No.
So they just got torched by the Redskins for 34 points.
I feel bad for Ryan. I wish he got to go somewhere now.
They should have just traded. I don't know what, I don't know. I guess they just wanted to give Arthur Smith, the new head coach, a shot with him. But so we'll see what happens. London
behind Brian's head to his right. The Jets, baby.
Of course, the Jets. It's all about the Jets. So we'll see what happens there. How about another New York football team, the Giants, yesterday pick up their first win of the season, defeating the Saints 27-21 in overtime. Daniel Jones, I mean, I have to say I was actually pretty impressed, and he played pretty good his last game. 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and then you get 126 scrimmage yards out of Barkley, 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. Galladay, who I think was a huge signing for them this offseason, 116 yards. Rookie James Toney, 6 for 78. And they get John Ross, the former 7th overall pick with the Bengals, 52-yard touchdown. So, I mean, for the Giants to beat the Saints, I mean, I guess to sum it up, I'm just speechless. I mean, I thought there was no way this would happen.
Yeah, I mean, first time since, what was it, Tony said? Since 2009, Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mets. Maybe not the Mets. Of course not the Mets. But those 3 teams have won at the same day. So
love to see it. So that was interesting. But it's funny, they're all, Joe Judge is, oh my God. I don't know if you've seen some of his press conferences, but talk about a chief. Just always they were playing this clip. He said, results are the most overrated thing. It's all about the system. What?
Oh God.
Excuse me?
Oh no.
So that was just crazy. And I think, the system is going to get a shock next week. They'll face the Cowboys coming off a big win against Darnold and the Panthers.
They look serious.
They're clicking on all cylinders. Like I said, they're winning this division by a couple games. And I think they're winning the Giants game next week in Dallas by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. No, easily. The Giants, this year, they finally have a defense with their offense. I mean, the Cowboys. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, they look scary for once. It's not, how the last couple of seasons they start off 4-1, 4-1, but it's we know you're going to be 8-8 or whatever.
Exactly.
It's not going to be like
or
that this
losing the
year.
playoffs.
Yeah. Yep.
But it just seems like their offense, when it's humming, I mean, how do you stop them? With Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, we know what Dak can do. And then to have Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, who I have mentioned before, I think, he's going to be an all-pro sooner than later. And then you got the tight end Schultz. He looks pretty good. So all in all, the Cowboys are looking good. And that's why I think that, they're going to run away with the division. And the last game we're going to take a look at here from yesterday, our Sunday night game, the legend Al Michaels on the call with Chris Collinsworth, the Hall of Famer Michelle Tafoya on the sidelines. 19-17, the Bucs win. We all talked about this on Friday. We were thinking it was going to be a complete blowout, 2-point game. And it's just funny. I was going to mention this earlier because of the Jets missed kick. Field goals playing a big role in the start of this season. Missed 56-yarder off the left upright, and the Patriots would have had a 1-point lead with a minute left, but they miss it. Nick Folk, the former New York Jet.
2 former New York Jets.
Oh, yeah, Bullock, too. Yeah. Right.
It was a fun game, though, and it was cool to see Tom Brady back. I'm glad they booed him after he started playing, though.
Oh, yeah, you got to do it. It's all part of the game. And it was funny, too. On that, I don't know if I've seen a field goal, like the Folk field goal, that it looked good
right
up until literally the last second. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen it like
curve
and then hit right off the post like that and made the noise was like so big too. I guess because it's coming from 56 yards away.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy to even think kicking from 56 yards away.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Tucker made one from 10 yards behind that is just insane. But yeah, Brady, I mean, he didn't even have a touchdown. I mean, 269, but missed a lot of his receivers. I mean, a couple penalties cost him on some
running around a lot.
Brown. Yeah, he even scrambled for 6 yards. Leonard Fournette had a pretty good game. They were running the ball well. Missing Gronk, obviously, I think that hurt him, especially in the red zone. It seems like he can find him in the red zone anytime. But at the end of the day, after having that disappointing loss to the Rams last week, to get Suck Up, hitting that 48-yard field goal, that proved to be the game winner, and they move on. And it was funny too, I guess, I don't know if you saw the exchange.
Yeah, they barely
like said anything, but I think what Belichick might have said was, I'll talk to you after the game, because supposedly 20-minute conversation in the locker room after the game.
I believe it.
But then it's funny, he was like embracing everyone else so much more, especially like Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator.
Maybe because he knew that if he was with Tom for that long, it'd be like he could never get out of that huddle. The press it'd be just too much.
But
he likes it private.
But I mean, what do you think? Like right now, Belichick is fuming the fact that he has a losing record since Brady left, and that he just beat him, at their home field.
I mean, you saw the Sith hoodie up last night, looking like a Star Wars character. He wanted that win. Even if he went horrible record post, I feel like if he had a winning record against Tom,
right,
he'd be okay. But now it's like,
and the way that you don't know, this might be the last time they ever face each other. So it's just for Brady to get the upper hand there. And I still stand by it, even though Mac Jones, I think I could see in the future.
He looks just like him.
Yeah, he does.
It's ridiculous.
I could see it being all right, but I still just stand to the belief Belichick's never winning another Super Bowl, and I wouldn't be surprised if his record finishes as a losing record from the 2020 season on, after Brady left.
Yeah, I feel like it's harder for Belichick to win than Brady.
Yeah, I mean that team in Tampa is loaded, but also I think Belichick, he runs football operations, so I just think for whatever reason he's just like he's a very I don't know how else to say it, but like a weird drafter. Like he doesn't. Yeah,
he likes like the lacrosse players and stuff.
Right, exactly, and it's like because he's just too particular, and I think a lot of times he misses out on talent that could help this team. So. Hey, I like the Jets being tied with the Patriots, and I think next time they play, I think
it's gonna be a big game.
Give them a run for their money. For sure. So yeah, it was an interesting Sunday yesterday for sure, and we got one more game to finish out. Monday Night Football tonight. The 3-0 Las Vegas Raiders visit the 2-1 Los Angeles Chargers, who are favored by 3 points here. So. These have been exciting games the last 2 years. Both the last season games went down to the final play. Raiders, of course, one of the 2 undefeated teams left with Arizona, who blew out the Rams yesterday, surprisingly. So I think this is gonna be exciting. I mean, we got 2 really talented quarterbacks in Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, weapons all over the field. I think we're gonna get another game that's right down to the wire. I mean, I think, and I mean. just something special about the Raiders this year. I'm almost expecting them to win this one.
Dude, I was just gonna say they're my pick.
Yeah.
I just think like the new stadium, another year under Gruden, they like, especially with Carr, you know, like Carr's his guy,
Right.
and Carr knowing that is making him even better and be able to lead the offense. And yeah, I just think they're, you know, it's cool to see the Raiders be good. You know what I mean? They're one of those teams that the fans, now the new stadium, even though I hate them personally as a Jets fan, all those years they beat us in the playoffs.
Right.
It's good for the NFL.
And I just think too, when you have a lot of talented wide receivers, you know, of course, Henry Ruggs, you know, is pretty good, but also, I mean, Darren Waller, I mean, unbelievable. You know, I think when you have a guy, I think it's like in crunch time, he's always open. That's just what it feels like. That's
what I want for our receivers to get, like.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you that stretching tight end.
Yeah,
really just plays dividends. Now, do you think it's going to be down to the wire though, like a game-winning kick or anything, or like how do you kind of see it happening here?
Yeah, I could see it being close, or if not, like not a kick, but maybe like it's a touchdown, 10-point game type of win.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've had some dramatic games here, early on the primetime slate. So I'd imagine that again. If I had to put a score on it, I think it's going to be a field game. I think it's going to be Dane Carlson, the kicker for the Raiders, at the buzzer from 50 yards to win it, 34-31. So I think we'll have a lot of points scored here. If you had to put a number on it, Michael, I mean, what do you kind of see happening here?
I'll do 27-21.
Okay,
I'll go there.
More or less, and like I said, I think it's going to be exciting. And who do you think like by the end of the year is going to have a better year, Herbert or Carr?
I'll go Carr.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've been waiting for this from a while too, because he had that year he almost won the
MVP. I know,
and then it's just he's hasn't really improved. But this year, I mean, he looks just like that MVP year. So be interesting to see what happens. Josh Jacobs questionable, but they have Kenyon Drake to back him up if needed. So looking forward to watching this one. I don't think there's a Manning cast tonight. I think it's just a traditional broadcast. But
I think I forgot to tell you, we got hired to do it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Tony, the football expert.
Yeah. Leading the way.
He's going to do it. So that game, 8:20 ESPN, the usual crew of Brian Greasy, Louis Riddick, and Steve Levy with, oh my God. I can't believe I forgot her name. The sideline reporter. This is gonna bother me. Legendary too. Oh my. Wow. I'm like picturing her face and I guess like it'll come back to me. I mean,
yeah, it will.
But we got some preseason NBA going on, Michael. What do we got?
Yeah, I mean, we just had your Lakers versus your not Brooklyn Nets. No Harden, no Kyrie, I think.
Wiggins vaccinated.
Wiggins got vaccinated.
Yeah.
But tonight is a big slate of NBA preseason. If you guys want to watch it, Sixers, Raptors, Hawks, Heat, Magic, Celtics, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Hornets, Thunder, Jazz, Spurs, Warriors, Trailblazers, Suns, Kings, and the Nuggets and Clippers. Maybe a bowl sighting today.
Wow. I mean, he usually does. And by the way, Lisa Salters.
There you go.
Yeah. She's been around. I'm watching the Mannings tonight. I really don't think there's a Manning cast tonight. I had to look this up. ESPN Monday Night Football Manning casts. Like it says taking break. Okay, let's see if we got this article coming up here. New York Post, actually, from today. 3-week introduction, including a stretch where viewership increased by 138% during the opening part of the game. They will take a 3-week hiatus in return for week 7, announcing Cowboys and Eagles. What? Didn't the Cowboys just play the Eagles on Monday Night Football?
I guess they're going to do it in 7 weeks from that.
But I don't remember ever like the same matchup twice on Monday Night Football. That doesn't even seem right. I feel like that's an error by the New York Post.
Uh-oh.
Lupica, maybe he's not on top of his stuff.
Mike Lupica.
When's opening night for basketball? You know?
Soon. October 19th.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
I'm so excited, dude, for the Knicks. You have no idea.
Um,
We have to do a preseason show.
Oh my God, are we gonna do a preseason show? For sure. For sure. Are you hearing much about like how Kemba's looking?
Dude, apparently him and Rose are like inseparable.
Oh, like they're real tight.
Yeah. Kemba's like learning from him, apparently.
No, I think Kemba, even though it didn't go the way he wanted,
He's gonna have a
Boston,
all-star year, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't.
Him
be
and
surprised.
Julius, it's year 8. Kobe.
It's
It's a big year. And Mitch Robinson gained like 20 pounds of muscle.
I saw that. I did see.
He looks like a monster.
I know we'll talk about it, when we preview the season, of course, but like just as far as like from the top, like I mean, who do you see being like the, I guess, main 2 or 3 catalysts this year that are going to make the difference? Whether the Knicks,
RJ.
advance in the
RJ is going to take a big step.
Uh-huh.
Let's say like a Tatum step from year 2 to 3. It's going to be RJ. RJ needs to step up because everybody else is kind of there in place. It's so funny, dude. During the Knicks, I'm looking at Knicks Instagram, not like now, obviously, because Instagram's down, but they have photos of Knox in it.
Oh my God, I'm surprised they didn't take him off.
They hype me up so much with him in the preseason, dude. They show so much of him.
Wait, I because obviously I've been focused on the Yankees. But did the Knicks have a game yet?
They play tomorrow night.
This is gonna be their opening
Pacers.
preseason game?
Yeah.
Okay. But like, so you're saying you're expecting him to get like 25, 30 minutes in these games because they don't want to play the starters, and then they're not going to play him when regular season rolls around?
I think the Knicks are different. Thibodeau likes to play everyone, but I just hate how in their Instagram feed they show him off a lot.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, like don't get me excited thinking like, oh, he's gonna be a big piece this year.
It has like, I just haven't seen anything out there. I mean, has Thibodeau commented on like, even last year, like why he wasn't getting in games or anything? I mean, what do we got here? Break silence with Knicks future in doubt. And they're rumors, so I guess they're thinking about trading him.
He's still wow. Kevin Knox still has visions of making the Knicks rotation this season despite his summer league COVID-19 setback.
Can guard 4 positions.
I mean, he can. Thibodeau really preaches if your shot's not going in or having bad shooting day, what else can you bring to the team? Knox said after Sunday's practice, his first public remarks February 2nd. For myself, using my length, using my height and my body to really focus on rebounding, defending on the other end, I really feel I can guard 1 to 4. That's what he really wants to see from me, looking in on that end. He knows what I can do on the offensive end. He wants to see that defensive energy, the rebounding, and really flying in transition, using my length all over the court. Yeah, dude, he's 22.
It is crazy that he's 22 and he was drafted 4 years ago.
Come on now, right, Barnes? Like he still has a shot.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. Like it almost reminds me of the Mims situation, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
But obviously this is only
Look
his
at him.
second season. But yeah, I mean it's like because
right now no one has solidified minutes, solidified starters, and bench players. So it's going into camp, going into the season with the right mindset that I really want to play this year. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to stay on the court and get minutes. So I'm really not worried about the trades and everything else. I'm just worried about getting in the rotation, being on the court.
Yeah. So I mean, I just think for them too, it's like trade him. Like it's like, so you're gonna get a future 2nd round pick. Like, why are you gonna do that?
I know. I just keep him. He's been in the system.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And I just think, I mean, come on, how bad could his defense really be? Like,
I know.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Maybe he just needs this fire. Like,
but I mean, I think it would be one of the biggest like comeback stories ever if he ends up like, having a really good year and then he would sign him to a contract. Like nobody is expecting that whatsoever.
No. Yeah. And honestly, dude, I would keep him because there's so much potential and he's still so young. And if he does excel, you could get him for cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely true. And one more thing here on RJ, you said you're expecting him to take a big step up, like flirting
All-star.
or you're saying you think he's going to make the All-Star.
Yeah. Like he needs to.
Wow.
If they want to go to like 2nd round, like he needs to be like Beal, like, oh, he should have been an all-star this season. He got snubbed.
Right. Or like Lillard earlier in his career.
Yeah, exactly. I think he can do it, dude. Did you see Zion, by the way?
No.
Dude, he looks huge.
Really? The carbs got him?
I just
maybe not conditioning.
He broke his foot. We talked about that.
Okay,
in the preseason.
right. Yep.
He's expected to be ready to go for the start of this season. I wish you saw him at the press conference.
Keen. Oh no, but that's
stupid. Yeah, it was from here, but this is a bad photo of it.
Yeah, I mean, the face looks pretty puffy. That
he like when he turns, there's the shot, the camera's like facing him here.
Yeah.
And like when he turns to get up, he's like this. He does one of these, and he just looks like Shaq's body.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, man.
You think it's like part of it, but really, I mean, he should be able to take it upon himself. But the fact that he's kind of the leader of this team. I mean, I guess him and Ingram could be co-leaders, I guess you could say. But really, I mean, Zion, everyone looks at him as a leader, and he doesn't have that dominant veteran presence to really like get him into shape, like if LeBron was on his team or something.
Right.
Mellow.
Exactly. Yeah. See, Zion can't beat Barnes one-on-one, though. That is a fact. I mean,
prefer nose.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think Zion has those post moves. But yeah, it's tough, dude. There needs to be like, it sucks Kobe's dead. RIP to the GOAT. Because like I loved how he would like tweet out at players.
Yeah, their challenges.
Yeah,
Giannis, dude.
And they all answer the bell. Like you listen to someone like that, you know.
I just hate those things when people die young, and it's like
I know
they show pictures or moments for them, and instantly the thing you think is like, can we just get a do-over? Like they still would be so young. Like,
I know.
Can we go back?
I know.
That's what it feels like.
I know.
Kind of curious. I didn't really get to ask you this, and I'm up for some criticism because I know, of course, I didn't play a perfect game. Your best advice to me to improve
for game 2?
Yeah. What would you recommend?
Game 2, I'd say, some of those shots you took were just like forced shots. I feel like you were tired.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you know you're tired, I feel like that's when you should go like down low more.
Versus you're saying like a 3-point shot?
Yeah, like because then, well, first of all, especially earlier on, don't even take a 3 yet.
Yeah.
Go in the paint, make a couple buckets, make a couple layups, see the ball go in the rim, then take that 3. The adrenaline's there by like the mid game. And then to keep you to get you through, maybe you hit another 3 at the end or something to get you there for those legs. You just take it in because that the backing in and the driving won't tire you out that much. It's mostly, and then on defense, just force Tony to shoot the 3.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And when you're real tired, though, and I'm sure you kind of saw me this, I kind of like him, like inviting him to go down low because I'm not,
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, exactly. But that turnaround jumper is tough by him, so you don't want that. He's way like you should. If I were you, I'd guard him like people used to guard Rondo.
Right.
Remember, they would just like stand over here and he'd be over there. Like, dude, please do me the favor.
Yeah.
Because I really guarantee you, he's not going to go even, 40% from 3.
But I couldn't believe he didn't take 1 though.
I know it's not. That's what I'm like. Think about that. To put that into your mind, like he's not confident with it.
Yeah. I kind of was inviting him to
shoot the 3
or just even the longer jumper. But
yeah.
The
mid. No, don't let him shoot the mid range.
Yeah,
he will.
Yeah,
it's just so crazy. It's like as soon as he steps over that 3-point line, it's like his mind switches.
Rudy Gay at UConn.
Yeah,
Same
literally.
thing.
Yeah. But Tony's good. You guys, it's gonna be. I know a lot of the fans out there want the trilogy, so
right.
Hopefully that happens. I don't know what you're gonna say to that. You might not let it happen.
Yeah, no, and honestly, it's tough. We'll see. After this, I gotta go see a customer, and then possibly the gym on the way home. It's just like a little tired right now, a little hungry.
Yeah.
But even if, just 30 minutes out there would probably, and sauna after would probably be pretty solid. Still plenty of time to get back for Monday Night Football. So
love it.
We'll see, what happens, but real fun. And I can't wait till we get some 2-on-2, 3-on-3 with all of us. I know. That's gonna be real good.
We're gonna join a league, and then we'll film it also, us in the league.
Yeah.
And have it for our viewers to see us in action.
And it's just nice too. Like when we're all playing, we know no one's gonna be a complete ball hog and a pass or yelling at us for missing shots.
It's just not even fun, dude, that way. Like it's not. I never, when I hooped and you go through different courts, one court you're the best, one court you're the worst. You know what I mean?
Right.
No matter how good you are, there's usually someone always better than you, right? So that's why you never treat a person who's worse than you, like in hoops, like that, like shit.
Right.
Because I always learned, it's just keep it positive.
Right.
They're going to play hard on defense. They're going to, that rebound that they wouldn't have gotten if you were being an arse.
Right. Right.
They're going 10,000% for. Right. So,
and that's always been me, honestly. Yeah. I over the years I improved my shooting, but that was always my calling card was the rebounds.
Dude, you see it.
Yeah.
You remind me of Chuck Hayes almost, such a quick, shorter big. He was shorter big. He was 6'7", but he was a 4'5".
Right.
And he, you have a better jumper than him, honestly. But just being able to just know, all right, I'm not getting, I missed this one, but I'm already here. You're already there for the rebound while the guy's still over there.
Right. And it just I feel in basketball too, rebounding specifically, most of rebounding I think is effort. Honestly, it's of course, your size helps and stuff, but it's just not everybody just crashes the boards and is even going for the rebounds.
They don't prefer. Tony likes the views. Barnes, don't take this win for granted. Tony might be rope-a-doping you, meaning he's giving acting I'm this bad, But I don't know. Prefer. I feel I was refereeing, and I think they're evenly matched. I just think Barnes, the edge he has on Tony is you're more confident in your three.
Right.
And that in a 2-1 game, dude.
That's 6 points. I won by 5.
Yeah.
He didn't take it 3. So
you do the math, prefer.
And it's funny too, because we both said, everyone said this was going to be a close game. And that's exactly what it was. And I just had one really good idea on the way out here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, see my customer, uptime, and then right to the gym.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Don't even think about it. About food or anything.
Most convenient place to get it.
Where's your customer?
Stratford, but lordship though. So
dude, you're right there.
Oh, go to the 7-Eleven?
Not the 7-Eleven. Go to the gas station across the bridge from the edge.
Yes.
That's they have a flavor you haven't even tried yet.
And I mean, technically, I could just go to the Stratford LA Fitness too. So
yeah, perfect. Actually, it's right there, dude. Yeah, do that.
Got the ball in the car.
That's the move, dude.
Yeah,
that is the move. I was gonna ask you, dude, what is it like there on the courts in the Mernon?
So I think it's that. I don't go.
I know, but
from what I've heard, it's that 40 and over type of crew.
Yeah.
But I feel that's good to go because remember we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
It's everyone passes and stuff, but there's definitely games. And I gotta figure out a way to get it in. Because it's just the whole thing for me is if I could get up at any time, if I could just go to bed earlier, and I just feel it's just so hard to do that. To go to bed at 10, be sleeping at 10. I feel it's almost impossible.
You know what? I'm going to make a text for you, someone. So I know older group of guys that play. They play at Tomlinson Middle School.
Okay.
Ludlow. Woods. Next to Mobile.
Right.
And Burr.
Okay.
And they play three times a week.
Oh,
and all you have to pay is $20 a year for insurance for the year.
That's crazy.
And you get to play indoor run games.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I'll make the text, see because I knew last year they weren't doing it because of COVID.
Right.
Now everything's a little different. Maybe it might be back. I'm in bed by 9.
9. Jeez. I mean, what are you getting up at 4?
Probably. Sounds like that.
For you, average time you're basically going to sleep.
Me, probably around midnight.
Yeah, it's tough, dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you sleeping at 10 is almost impossible unless you're just so beat from the night before.
It's got to be a long weekend.
Right.
And then let's say we have a long week here.
Yeah.
And then Friday comes, and then we also have like this crazy thing Friday and Saturday where we go shoot. Sunday, yeah, I'm definitely like Sunday night. I'll be in bed around 8:30, but I won't fall asleep till like 10. You know,
right.
You know,
but at least just start earlier. You kind of
I'm one of those people who's like, if you're relaxing, you're like in a state of sleep.
Right.
Like,
You're right.
You know, so it's okay. Like, and people who don't sleep well, it's a fact that, you know, there's a high IQ there. So
yeah.
Because your mind's always working. But
and that's true. And I just have no patience though. Like because I'm so good at usually hit the pillow, wake up in the morning, all good. Maybe early in the morning, but I'm solid through the night. But those random nights where I just like can't. I no patience for it.
How much does it suck?
Annoying.
I know, dude. No matter what you do, you know how sometimes like you're like, oh, I'll watch the show, and you're like, it's 3 a.m. Next thing you know.
Yeah, or how about you go to watch the show and you're like, I can't even watch this. I'm so tired, but then you can't fall asleep. Yeah. It's crazy.
Luckily, it's the worst.
That
doesn't happen much.
Doesn't happen too much. But yeah. So interesting stuff.
Oh, dude,
for sure.
For the closeout.
Yeah.
Dude, this weekend, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Saturday in Dubai.
Dubai. I don't know why I haven't heard anything about this. Not getting the coverage.
It's probably not on your feed.
Yeah.
You know? I'll get the exact times and everything.
So obviously pay-per-view bout.
Are you around this weekend? October 9th.
Let's see. Saturday. Yeah. Saturday might be tough. It's you know, because we usually do the Fridays.
Yeah.
But obviously, you never know if there's an opening.
And I saw that I saw him talk about Joshua losing. He was disappointed in Joshua losing because he wanted to beat Joshua. He doesn't really care where the belts are, but he just wanted to beat Joshua. And now apparently like Joshua and Usyk or whatever are Joshua's trying to get a rematch, but I don't think it was in the contract.
Oh, so it's not going to happen, basically. I'm not going to lose to you the second time. I'll just take my win.
Yeah, and I'll go fight Tyson and lose to him and get a fat contract, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to do that fight. It's going to be for all the belts, dude.
And, you know, I know how, like, you were kind of saying you think Tyson's, you know, a lot better than
it's over. Dude.
You know, than Wilder.
Yeah.
But, like, do you want to see a good fight or do you want to see him just be put in his place?
I'll send you a little it's a dope. There's this guy, his name's Joe Vincent Films. He makes the best videos of like getting footage from everything and like making like a mini documentary. He's got one on Tyson Fury, dude. He literally, bro, is born for this. On both sides of his family, his mother and father's side, they had champion bare knuckle fighters.
Oh, really? Okay.
From both sides. And when their parents were together, I mean, when his parents were together, just got together, his grandparents were talking and were like, can you imagine the fighter they're going to make?
And then here we are.
And premature birth, who's supposed to die.
Yep.
Tyson, after Mike Tyson, his dad's favorite heavyweight fighter, 6'9", moves like Muhammad. Klitschko, drug abuse, depression, 400 pounds 1 year later, ties Deontay, second time, knocks him on the canvas 8 times. I honestly think when he's all said and done, he'll go down as like there'll be questions. Everybody says Muhammad. Everybody, you know, Mike in his prime. The only person who beat Mike was Mike himself. You know, people always say that, but dude, Tyson Fury, I just like he was born to be this thing, this heavyweight champ. Like you know, it's like with Jordan and Dr. J and Magic. It's like there's just always going to be someone who sees, and it's okay if someone's better. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think he's going to be the one, especially since he is doing what you want. He'll fight every 6 months. He said he'll fight every 6 months.
That's the way to go.
So that's the kind of champion you want. So he's just going to get all the belts, and that's what he's going to do. Who wants these? He's going to hold them up on both arms.
That's the best. You're not hiding.
No.
And it's, you know, like that's why kind of Mayweather maybe hasn't gotten
the respect.
Credit. Yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, well, you kind of ducked Pacquiao and
ducked a bunch of people.
Yeah, not just him, but everybody.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of people like throughout his career, and then wants to fight him later when they're older than him already. He was younger than all those fighters. Like all those fighters.
Yeah,
it's like if he really wants to, dude, be like, yeah, I'm the best. Come out right now and fight Canelo.
He won't though.
Never.
No. I'll do an exhibition match.
Yeah.
A winner won't be declared.
Yeah.
Stop. Yes.
Stop.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, Michael, anything else?
That's it.
All right. Yeah, another great episode. And of course, I'd like to thank our loyal fans for keep commenting, liking, subscribing. We'll see you guys mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.